Hey there, welcome to Coaching with Tally. Talking about how to fast track your growth. We have a really specific tip and tool you can be integrating into that toolbox to be getting you more growth in a really practical, super simple way, just by shifting a couple of things around mindset. So talking today about how you can learn anything from anyone everywhere that you are. And when you get into this place of seeing everything as an opportunity to learn and to grow, it's just amazing at how much you really develop and grow as a person, because everything is a classroom. It's not just when you're studying something or just when you need to accomplish something, you get to work and learn the thing. But really, life is this beautiful classroom to teach you, and you can learn from anyone. Some of the most successful people that I personally know, I see exemplify this principle beautifully. Everywhere they go, whoever they're talking with, whether it's a taxi driver or a young person or a waiter, they're regularly curious and asking questions about anything that this person knows that they could learn from. They're regularly in this place of humility, realizing that they don't have the edge on the market just because they're a very successful CEO or just because they're, top of their class in something. Hey, you guys, good to see you. That principle of realizing that you can learn from anyone. Gina, I know you spend a lot of time actually connecting with people on the street, and you learn and grow a ton just by really curious conversations from them. It's beautiful. Like, you can learn anything. You can learn things from anyone, anywhere you are. So when you develop this teachable mindset, this come from in your own life, that everything is an opportunity to learn and grow, and anybody can teach me things that I don't already know and I want to learn. You have that hungry, teachable, I want to grow and learn posture in your life, you're going to grow tons all the time. It's awesome. Yeah, hearing people's stories. Gina says, I love hearing people's stories. It expands my own life experience. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's huge. So my name is Tally. I'm a life and personal development coach, and I get to work with leaders to create lives that are centered in joy, a place of overflowing impact in the world, but centered in this place of joy in their own lives, creating lives that they love living. So one of the principles in being a good coach is helping people with their mindsets. And one of the key mindsets that you want to develop in order to create success in your life, and success looks like a lot of different things, but however you define success, a real key to that is getting into a place of having a growth mindset. And for the last week or so, we have been going into different ways of developing a growth mindset every day. I'm reading a book called Success Mindsets by Ryan Godfredson, and I've been leaning into the work of Carol Dweck. She is a researcher from Stanford University and does a whole lot of research in this place of growth mindsets and developing them, and the reasons to develop a growth mindset and how you go about doing it. So every day we've been going live talking about how do you develop a growth mindset, and coming to you today with another tip in developing a growth mindset is really around this place of getting teachable, getting into this place where you can learn from anyone, you can learn from anything. Every situation is an opportunity to learn and grow, even mistakes, even failures, like quote unquote failures. So it's really about developing this humility that you're not above anyone. And the beautiful thing about that is you also are not below anyone. So when you get into that space where I'm not above or below anyone to make myself feel better or inferior to, it's like we just all are doing this life together, and every single person is a beautiful human being, been through stuff, have stories like Gina mentioned, have been hurt, have, whatever, weaknesses and strengths, and everyone has something that you can learn from. Everybody can teach you something. So learning to seek out wisdom wherever it is that you find yourself in a given day, and realizing that when you have a teachable spirit, those teachable people are the reapers of knowledge and wisdom and understanding around things. So really key is just to shift into this, I can learn anywhere from anyone, and to get really curious, just to develop that strength of curiosity. So when you're in an Uber and you're talking to your Uber driver, like whatever, ask questions about them and what they're into and what they're learning and growing in, and get curious about what that is, because you will likely learn something. If they're a musician, ask questions about that and find out, how do you get into that place of creativity that gets you inspired? Or if you're out to dinner and you're talking to your waitress, like ask questions, like really connect with other human beings and ask questions. A really beautiful example of this was a retreat that I led, and there was a really successful leader. He's a CEO of a company. I have so much respect for him as a leader. He's an incredible leader and very successful in what he's created, multiple companies. But and there was somebody that I had there working who was 14, and he's just there to kind of help everybody bring their bags in and to support the chef. We have a private chef there, and to help just be an assistant to me. It's actually my 14-year-old son. And so he was there helping out. He's kind of like on staff or whatever. And this CEO, I just overheard sitting there talking with Caleb about, like, well, tell me about your workout routine, and like, how do you do that? And tell me about the stuff you're learning about anaerobic. And like, he's just super curious and asking Caleb questions about the reading that he's doing and the workout plans that he's implementing and the eating plan that he's on, whatever. He just got really curious about what Caleb was into and what he was learning. And this CEO was really sincerely, not just being kind to him, but sincerely, I could tell, like, learning and growing and wanting to know in order to apply to. And I was like, man, that's such a sign of a successful leader. Somebody who, no matter who you're with or where you are, they're always learning and growing. They're never putting themselves above, like, I kind of already know, or I've proven myself, or, I want to be around other super successful people. Like, they just learn and grow everywhere that they are. And another thing about that is that they're just really gracious and kind and listening and driving. Awesome. That's so cool. I'm glad that you're tuning in here. That's great. So yeah, I just really encourage you guys to lean into cultivating this learner mindset, this teachability, this humility that you can learn from anyone and any. Do you guys have any examples of this? I know, Gina, you've got tons. You're somebody who asks questions everywhere you go, and you're always talking to people and have beautiful humility. I love that about you. Who else? And if you're watching the replay, you can just hit #replay. And what are some examples where you've really learned a lot or grown from some, like, an unexpected place that you wouldn't have thought this kid or whatever could teach you so much? I've been enjoying the growth mindset talks. Awesome. Yeah. This has been a really fun series to do, actually. This growth mindset series has been awesome. So your stretch today, your challenge, if you should take it, is your mission. I forget how that line goes. Your mission, should you take it, is to talk to someone that you don't know. If you're in any kind of situation today where you get to run into somebody that you don't know, take that opportunity to ask curious questions and get in this place of, like, ooh, I want to learn something from this person. Every single human being has something that you could learn from, a way that you could grow as a result of connecting with them. Biography and autobiography, people. Yeah, reading biographies and autobiographies of people. Absolutely. That's a great way to do it too, Gina. That's awesome. Good suggestion. So today, look for opportunities to have conversations where you learn from somebody else by asking some curious questions, and have fun with it. Have fun, everybody, as you develop this curiosity mindset, as you cultivate a mindset and practices to become a lifelong learner. Have fun.